Welcome to a Famous Names video. Thank you for taking the time to join us. For this video, let's take a look at boost application. You begin by doing a natural nail manicure. You can choose to do a dry manicure or use your favorite cuticle removal product. Begin by lifting and separating the cuticle from the natural nail. For this video, we're going to do a dry manicure. We've sped this up to save you time watching. We are lifting and separating using a cuticle pusher. As you can see, we've chosen to do a dry manicure. After lifting and separating the cuticle with the pusher, we're going around the edges, doing a complete meticulous manicure with a curette to take that extra cuticle out of the corners and the sidewalls. Then doing some detailing with a sharp nipper, making sure that we don't need to pinch and tug because the nippers are nice and sharp. Then doing some shaping with a 240 grit file to make sure that the edge of the nail is nicely sealed and not shredded. Once you are satisfied with your shaping, you are ready to move into the boost application. Just be sure when you do your shaping that you make sure you have not left any fringy bits or excess particles of your file under the nail, as those will get caught in the boost. One of the most exciting things about boost is there is no buffing of the natural nail. It just needs to be prepped with cuticle work and shaping. Now that you've done that natural nail manicure, you're ready to use sanitize and scrub the natural nail. This is going to be your cleanser. Really get in there and scrub that nail clean. Make sure you're pulling your sidewalls back and getting underneath that nail, down in the sides, and all the way back to that proximal nail fold. The entire nail surface needs to be cleaned really well. And you'll notice these nails are an amazing candidate for boost. These are gardener's nails. So they peel, they're stained, they've got ridges. They're absolutely brilliant for boost. This is the perfect client. We're ready to move into boost base coat once we've applied sanitize. To pull your brush out of the base coat without having it dripping down the wand, you can twirl the wand around the neck of the bottle to remove the excess. Then brush your brush along the neck to make sure you've pulled all the excess off, because we literally want to scrub the base coat onto the nail to get it as thin as possible. Seal the edge of the nail so that you have the base coat sealed onto the edge. Then scrub the base coat into the surface of the nail plate. Make sure you're getting it as close to the proximal nail fold as you can without actually touching the skin. Also, make sure you're coming really close down the sidewalls, also without touching the skin. You really want to get that base coat nice and thin, yet not touch the skin. Make sure if you have any excess come down the brush at all that you go ahead and wipe it off in the neck of the bottle. And don't be afraid to go back and pull any excess off the nail if it feels like you see any. If you should happen to have a shorter nail, and obviously this nail isn't short, we're just going to pretend, flip the brush around and scrub it along the edge of the nail. This is also really helpful if the nail is peeling. If you should happen to have a bulge of skin at the end of the nail, you can also press that down with your thumb and turn the brush around to scrub the edge of that nail. Then go ahead and use that same scrubbing technique with the brush to scrub that base coat into the surface of the nail, making sure you get that nice thin application of the base coat onto that nail. Once you're finished applying your boost base coat to the nail, you're going to slide that into your UV or LED lamp and cure for 1 minute in your LED lamp, 2 minutes in your UV lamp. Ideally, we're using an LED. These are a few parameters for your LED lamp that you're using. I'm going to give you the opportunity to read this for yourself and kind of take notes. If you need to, go ahead and pause the video at this time to take notes on this. These are just a few important parameters when it comes to curing the boost. Boost has been created to be used in the current professional lamps on the market, so that you did not have to purchase a separate lamp in order to use Boost. Kind of think of Boost as a wingman for the other products that you're using. It can go under gel polish and other gels. Now we're ready to actually apply Boost itself. You can use your favorite gel brush. It's really helpful when you open a brand new bottle of Boost to use the little foil that you pull off the top to work some Boost into your gel brush if you're using a brand new gel brush. By working the gel into your brand new brush, you're working the air out of the brush. This is only necessary if your gel brush is brand new, or if you've been using another product in your brush and you've cleaned your brush out with some alcohol and you're working some Boost into your brush to clean and get the Boost in your brush. Scoop up a tiny amount of Boost. You really don't need much to cover the nail. Seal the edge of the nail with your Boost. And then apply the Boost over the nail in a nice thin layer. Think of the application like gel polish, how you apply your gel polish nice and thin. You just happen to be using a gel brush to get your thin application versus a polish brush. So you're still picking up that tiny amount on the end of your gel brush, sealing the edge just like you would if you were applying gel polish, and putting that nice thin layer on. We're going to apply 2 thin layers of Boost just like we would apply 2 thin layers of gel polish, because this is going to give you a more optimal cure. As you can see, it's nice and thin. And we're going to slide that into our lamp and give it a cure. The beautiful thing about Boost is it's been designed with several different types of photoinitiator, which is what gives it a more balanced cure regardless of the lamp that you're using. It also makes it less likely to have heat spikes, which is great news for your clients. Let's put on that second thin layer of Boost. Having 2 thin layers also makes it less likely to have heat spikes, as well as it making it more likely to completely cure in a wider variety of lamps because it's nice and thin. The intention was to give you more options without causing you more expense. Boost is a wonderful product if you have a gel polish and you want to use it on a client that has maybe a little bit thinner, weaker nail, and you don't want to have to buff their nails to apply their gel polish. You could apply Boost under that gel polish to eliminate that buffing step. Or if you want to use a hard gel on them and you don't want to have to buff their nails, you could use Boost to eliminate that buffing step. Now we've applied that second layer of Boost and we're ready to cure. Look how thin that is. You really can't even tell it's there. It's so thin. It's just like gel polish in terms of thickness, if not a little thinner. The beauty of Boost is it's like a choose your own adventure. You can apply the Boost top coat right over the top of it for a clear nail. You could buff it smooth if it didn't give you the self-leveling, if you got it a little too thick. You can come in and apply a hard gel, or you can apply your favorite gel polish. So let's give it a little pop of color and apply some gel polish. You'll go in and seal your edge, apply your gel polish color nice and thin, just like you normally would, And a huge advantage of Boost is eliminating that step where you would normally have to buff the natural nail. So we are able to skip buffing the natural nail, go right in and apply that color, cure that first thin layer, come in and apply a second layer of color just as if you were using the gel polish like normal, cure that second layer of color, making sure that you've applied it nice and thin like you normally would. And look how smooth that color is looking. Remember how we had those ridges? And look how thin that is. Even though you have 2 layers of Boost underneath that, the gel polish is still nice and smooth and thin. Everything is still really thin. When you're finished with your gel polish, you can use the Boost top coat. It's still going to give you a great high shine finish. Seal all of your edges with that top coat to make sure everything is sealed up tight, and it's going to give you that nice lasting wear that you're looking for. Look how shiny that's going to be and how smooth everything is going to be. And you're going to pop that into the lamp for your cure. Make sure all of those edges are sealed, and of course pull off any excess if you get it a little too thick. And let's bring up a nail that we haven't used Boost on for a reminder what those natural nails looked like. Look at those gorgeous ridges. Remember, this was our gardener. That staining, those ridges, a little bit of peeling. So the Boost has really given her the ability to have smooth nails, so that color looks amazing. Clean those nails off with a little bit of IPA. And of course, come in with daddy oil and let her know while you're massaging in that daddy oil why she needs to make daddy oil part of her home care regimen. It's always a fantastic opportunity while you're massaging it in to explain those home care benefits and why she should take some home. We hope you have gotten some information that will help you in the salon from joining us with this video today, and that you'll also feel free to join us over on Facebook and Instagram, as well as reaching over and clicking subscribe on our YouTube channel so that you will be one of the first to know when a new tutorial video pops up on our YouTube. Thank you again for taking the time to join us today and watching this tutorial video. Definitely let us know in the comments below if there are other videos you would like to see or if this video helped you out.